Welcome back to Unbiased and Unbossed. I'm back here today with a video on comedians Yamaneika and Faizon Love. The two got into a heated exchange over Instagram due to one of Yamaneika's employers, which is Comedy Hype, making a bad and false assumption based on one of Faizon Love's posts. During the Oscar season, Ciara wore a very revealing dress in which most of us know how it looks, and we saw the backlash of all of that. Most people took to social media to criticize her. However, Comedy Hype saw a post on comedian Faizon Love's page in which they assumed was directed at Ciara. On that post, he wrote, "What happened to these type of black women? Where did you go? We need you, or at least give a class on class. But class is a habit, not an act." Comedy Hype decided that that was directed towards Ciara, and they got their comedy analysts together and they decided to do a panel on whether or not Faizon Love had a point about black women. This was presented to Yamaneika and she was told to give commentary on it. And that's exactly what she did.
Bring Yamaneika in. Yamaneika, let me get your thoughts. I want your reaction, but also, do you think it was disrespectful for Ciara to wear the dress to the Oscars?
I mean, number one, can we not get Faizon? Because he has a lot of commentary, doesn't he? He needs to be a Comedy Hype analyst. Because every time you turn around, he got something to say about somebody. He's not a perfect example of what, most women will say a black man should be. He overweight, out of shape. You see what I'm saying? Like, when we start to make commentary on people and people's personal opinions and business, then you open yourself up for a can of worms. Whatever this man and this woman decided to do, they had a conversation, whatever it is their relationship. Why we as black people are opening our mouths and making commentary about that when we need to be worrying about why there's so many kids in our communities going hungry, having no fathers in the homes, being abused. We don't have no social and economic standing in this country that we live in. Our priorities are displaced. She's on theme with what is going on in the entertainment industry. A lot of niggas don't understand entertainment because they work at Costco. You worry about what your wife wearing to the holiday party at Costco. And let Russell Wilson worry about what his wife is doing, who is also an entertainer, and a lifestyle you don't even understand.
Yamaneika's comment about Faizon Love being fat and out of shape did not sit well with the comedian. He took to his Instagram page and called out her and Comedy Hype. He said, "Number one, Comedy Hype, I know you want hits and views, but please tell me where I said Ciara or reference her. I don't hold my blanking tongue about blank. And for the big dude with the wig on, Yamaneika knows, I've known Ciara for many years. She's always been a class act around me. Love you, Pierre." In the caption, he wrote, "I have a crush on that anchor. It had nothing to do with Ciara." Sadly, by this time, both him and Yamaneika were going back and forth over Instagram. In one of her stories, Yamaneika posted a repost from his page, and she wrote on that post, "He's such a clown. He looks like a blank, but he calling me one. But this did make me laugh. I love delusional, ugly, fat blanks." I decided to head over to his page, and I saw a couple of posts in which they were not only disrespectful, but racist. He captioned the first racist post, which shows a ape or a gorilla with a wig on. He captioned it at Yamaneika, "Listen, I don't know you. I've never heard of you. You seem very angry and hate black men. With that being said, if you want my attention, I can give it to you, you hack blank. Go tell your bum blank jokes in the village. At the fat black blank cat, you bum, whenever you mention me, blank, it better be with reverence." He ain't nobody. He then went on to make another post, which was animated. And he captioned this post, "Just for the record, I've never hit any woman. I was raised in a household with a mother and father. I hope you get the help you need, and congratulations on your new project." Now, I found this post to be even more racist than the other, because it shows an ape transforming into Yamaneika. This was disgusting. It was obviously racist and diabolical. It was obviously misogynistic and sexist. However, while there were a lot of people under that post condemning his actions, there were a lot of people laughing and thinking that this was funny. And it's not. When you see black men and black women using the white supremacist rhetoric that was used against us, it shows that we've declined as a group of people. Comedy Hype got wind of this exchange and they decided to post an apology video in which they apologized for thinking that his post was about Sierra when it wasn't.
Of Yamaneika and the rest of our cast, we would like to issue a formal apology to Love if we did a poor job in being clear that this was an assumed response to Sierra.
After seeing the video that Comedy Hype posted apologizing to him, Faizon Love took to his Instagram account to write, "Thank you, Comedy Hype, for keeping it honest and classy forever. A fan love you symphony." With all that has been said and done, here's where I stand. I don't believe that Comedy Hype should be lurking around on people's pages making assumptions, and then they take those assumptions presented to Comedy Hype analysts and have them give an opinion on it. Because all of this could have been avoided if Comedy Hype had just taken the statements made on that post for what it was and just moved on to another topic. The problem is that Comedy Hype was trying to create content, and the content that was most hot at that time was Sierra and what she wore to the Oscar parties. As we all know, based on the videos that Black YouTube has been posting, there are tons of videos on Sierra and how she disrespected Russell Wilson. With all that said, that's Comedy Hype fault. Now, they took this information and presented it to Yamaneika with that assumption. Sadly, she gave a reaction to false information. And in that false information, she said that he was fat and out of shape. Now, I understand him responding to that comment just because it was a diss. It is what it is. And I understand him responding with, something in regards to her weight or her looks. What we cannot allow to happen is that in those responses, you think that it's okay to be racist towards another group member, another black person. That's extremely disrespectful. That means you're no different than the colonizers who colonized our group of people, said that we were three-fourths of a human because we were animals. And typically the animal that we were most compared to were animals and apes. So for him to not have only responded in that way, but have posted that on his Instagram page, showing ape transforming into Yamaneika and an ape with a wig on, basically saying that these two animals were her. It was not only racist, it was sexist, misogynistic, extremely disrespectful. And I blame Comedy Hype for this, and I give some of that blame also to Faizon Love, because you should never result in using racist colonizing language towards another group member despite whatever is going on between the two of you. And that's exactly what he did. He hit below the belt. Now, underneath that apology video, Yamaneika did make a statement. It read, "I issue no apology. I held up a mirror to a man who loves to make comments about other people, but wants no one to make reference to his own shortcomings. Also, making fun of my nose when his is wider than his back is crazy to me. My original IG response was deemed offensive, so run to his page if you want to see the reply. In conclusion, we are here to comment on what's going on in the world, and he was what was going on in the world. If he wasn't referencing Sierra, good for him, but he's made enough disparaging comments about people to be given a dose of reality. I said he was overweight and out of shape, so he shouldn't be talking about anyone else's appearance. Then the tone-deaf man who loved to gaslight the comment section into believing I hate black men came in to state the obvious, that I'm overweight too, which no one is disputing. I get labeled as angry, but what I would like the women to know is that when women are being attacked, which seems to be the norm, from men, I will match the energy. Stop making comments about women's looks and values based on some archaic system. I'm not angry or bitter. You men really think a woman's value is based upon being chosen or a wife. The reality is I don't want to be a wife. I don't want to be chosen by any of you, and I don't find a large majority of you attractive. So I guess the feeling is mutual. Stop attacking women and playing victim when a woman responds back. Get in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this video. I thought Yamaneika's statement was true and accurate. You need to be able to take in what you dish out. Do you think that black people can be racist? And do you think that Faizon Love was being racist towards Yamaneika in this case? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching.